Thank you for tuning in to your monthly reading for the month of March. It's gonna be a reading about a special person of yours, somebody that you feel deeply attached to, that you have a deep soul connection with, but with whom you're most probably in no contact, right? So you might not have any relationship with that person, but you feel that attachment, and it's really hard for you to let go of that person. So we're gonna have a look at the energies around that connection that you have with that person, and see what comes up, right? I'm doing the pre-shuffle, so I'm getting into the first energy layer, let's say, to see what's up for you in March with that person. So stay tuned. I apologize for any linguistic inconveniences. I'm German, so there might be some errors or false friends that I'm using. So, yeah. I hope you're not mad at me. So, yeah, let's get into the energy. That's what I can. I mean, I can read energy. At least I can do that. So, yeah, let's go. And here we have our pre-shuffle. We have the Ten of Cups. It's something I see in my German readings, actually, because I've been here on YouTube for a while, but I've been doing my channel only in German, so it's the first time that I'm actually doing it in English. Please also check out, at the end I have a thank you snippet, which is important to me, that I give credit to all the people who kind of made me come to YouTube, or who got me obsessed with tarot and all that stuff, and obsessed with energy reading and everything. It's really important for me to give these people credit, so check it out at the end. It's going to be this month, and then never again. I'm never going to do that again. So you're only going to get the reading. So it's my first time that I actually do it in English, and in my German readings, this is an energy that is coming up this month when we're watching this kind of connection that you're in. There is a Ten of Cups, there is a high potential for an illusion, but at the on the part of the runner, right? So we have, in that connection, we have always somebody who's running away, fleeing from you, and somebody who tries to catch the other person, right? So if you're watching this video, you might be the chaser in that connection, right? So the funny thing is, you might hold on to the illusion, but they do too, and they do it even worse than you do it. There's a high potential of illusion there in the energy. So let's see by what kind of energies this Ten of Cups is driven. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and we have the Devil card, the card that nobody wants to see. We have it here on the table. So I'm gonna feel into the energy, okay, because I don't read the cards. I'm not using any guidebooks or anything. I'm just reading the energy, and I feel like I have to feel into that energy. So I'm going to do it for some seconds. Yeah, give me some seconds, and then I'm going to tell you something about it. The energy that I feel here is when I go into the energy, I see, when I go inside into myself, I see a big arc of light, right? It's an arc of light, and there are strands, like 3, 4, 5 strands that are connected to the arc. There is like nothing, there is nothingness, and there are these strands that are connected to that really shiny arc. So what I get here, I'm gonna also get into the into different energies that I get from the cards, but the overall energy is important of the pre-shuffle. So the overall energy that I get is there are many different ways to that illusion they want to have, they want to make true with you in the 3D, right? So they have that illusion that you're sitting on that rainbow, and you're kind of a Fata Morgana, right? So yeah, it's kind of, I mean, a rainbow, it's not really there. It's an illusion. It's not there, right? So, but they're trying to get that rainbow. It might be that you're pulling some kind of wall around yourself because you don't want to talk to them anymore, or they hurt you, or whatever it is. There's some kind of bubble that you put around yourself to not get hurt again, for example, by that person. So it's actually getting harder and harder to get to you, right, and to communicate to you. So there are different ways they could do it. One, for example, is doing it like the devil and manipulate you when they're talking to you. They know your triggers. They know the buttons that they have to push, right? To get you in a certain direction. They know that. They're good at that. So the runner is always good at that. So this might be one way they want to go. Or they might actually want to go the way of working on themselves. But the thing is, they're behaving like a little kid. They might work a little bit on themselves, but they're not really going until the end, right? Because this is hard work to get into the change, into the mode of change that they need to really get into a relationship with you, with the Queen of Cups, with the Empress that you are, with the Queen of Pentacles that you are. To really get into a relationship that is lasting and long lasting, they would have to make big changes. And that's something they're not ready to do. I mean, they're like a kid in that. Kids are like running after the shiny objects, right? I want to have that. Okay, I'm going to do something to get that. Got it. I want to do something to get that. I'm going to change. It's never long lasting, right? So it's baby steps that they're actually, if they're doing it, it's baby steps. It's not going to long for last. This kind of change, it's small gains that they're going to get from it, and they're not going to change in a way that will stay with them, right? And that will stay with you, because that's what they have to do if they want to be together with you, right? They can't do it the way they handled it before. 9 of Cups here. Yes, you are the wish fulfill for them. You're the total wish fulfillment for them. And they know that they have to go towards you and towards this illusion that they have, right? So in the 5D, there is lots of love, and they can feel it, you can feel it, but in the 3D it's getting tricky, and it's getting tricky because of them, because either they don't want to change their toxic stuff that they're having going on their side, or that they're having inside of them, or they're actually using toxic strategies to get a certain outcome in that connection. So either way, it's not fun, right? So it's an energy I actually don't like. Let's have a look at it. I'm going to ask the universe, what can we expect of that connection this month? Where is it going to go? Where is this connection going to go? What can my viewers expect of that connection? What will happen next in March? What kind of energy are we going to get? I'm going to throw 3 cards and a bottom card. I'm going to check out the energy of the bottom card, kind of like in the pre-shuffle, and then I'm going to clarify the 3 cards, and we'll see where it gets us. Yeah, Taurus, you're in that's some kind of relationship I would love to be in. I mean, that's crazy. It must be crazy to be attached to a person like that. And yeah, sure, you should let go. But I know it's hard to let go when you're attached to, and you have that kind of soul contract with the person, and you're attached to them and everything. I know it's really, really hard. You should let go, but sometimes it just doesn't work. I know, okay? So, that's why we're here. That's why I'm going to look into the energy, so that you know what to do, or what you can expect from that person when they come back to you, or when you get into some kind of relationship with them again, right? So let's see, let's check. 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands, the Sun, and we have the King of Wands. The ego, it's the ego of that runner. Damn, hate it. We're going to check what kind of energy that has. We have a 7 of Wands here. That's the bubble that I told you that you're putting around you. This is the exact bubble that I was talking about. Now it's flying here. It's something you put around yourself. It's your energy. You put that wall around yourself. It's not really a wall. It's like only something that shields you from getting hurt, right? You keep your energy. You keep your energy, and you go into your own golden bubble to not get hurt by the wands of the King of Wands, right? So it's normal. It's totally okay. And if you feel like this is good for you and it feels good to you, keep up the bubble, right? 6 of Wands, there is some kind of victory that you can find with the King of Wands. I'm really interested in clarifying this card. there's some kind of victory with that person, and I guess it doesn't mean that you're gonna get together with that person, right? Because it doesn't feel like a person you actually should be together with. But in your lesson of self-worth that you're going through in this process with that person, you might get some victory because you actually do keep up your bubble. You actually do keep them from yourself, right? So they don't have a chance to get at you. They don't have a chance to catch you. They cannot catch the rainbow, and you are the rainbow. You're the sun to them, right? So there's also something about that sun. There's something hidden. There's some hidden energy that I feel that is there. We're gonna check it out when we clarify the card. But it's a strange energy. It's the sun, but and it's also the sun in this connection. It feels like this is your energy, that is their energy, and this is an energy of that connection. It's an energy which is like a third energy. It's not your energy, it's not their energy. It's an energy that is in that connection. A connection itself has an energy. So this is the third energy that I feel here. If there were 3 of Cups, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I have to check it out. It's a sunny energy that you can expect in March, and I think it has something to do with the kind of victory that you're celebrating over that connection, and being independent of that connection. Perhaps I have to check. I'm not sure what it is. It feels like an energy of that connection. Might also be a 5D energy, because that's also something I see, that there is sunny energy, there's a good energy, there is an energy of love in the air in the 5D. There's also some kind of excuse, or not excuse, it's like somebody saying to you, I'm sorry, right? But not in the 3D, it's in the 5D. I don't know why I feel that, but it doesn't feel like 3D communication. It feels more like 5D communication. Let's check. I'm going to take the traditional deck. It's actually in German, so don't get freaked out by what it's saying on the cards. Yeah, I'm German, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's see. 7 of Wands. I can't wait to see that one. 7 of Wands, universe, why is it here? Why do we have the 7 of Wands? We have a King of Swords that is coming out. What do we have here? We have also the 6 of Cups. It's your soul connection. This deep, deep and strong connection that you're holding with a person through some kind of soul contract. There is something that you have to learn from each other in this lifetime. And most probably you learned a lot from each other also in past lifetimes. There's also some kind of karmic debt, some stuff that you didn't learn, and that's why you met that person again in that life. We have a King of Swords. I'm going to put them there because I feel like it. I do stuff, when my intuition tells me something to do, I'm doing it. I'm not going to shuffle anymore. This is the energy that I'm going to put there. Yeah, you, in your bubble, you are actually feeling that connection that you have with that person. They might not, because they're too much in their ego. But you might also, it's a very spiritual energy around that 7 of Wands, but you might also be in a mental state to say, okay, this is a soul connection. I love them in the 5D. It's a sunny energy. I love them with all my heart and soul. In the 5D, we might have the strongest connection of all the souls. But here in the 3D, I have to make some decisions, and I have to decide wisely, and I have to decide with my brain. Yeah, not with the heart. It's a mixture actually of deciding with the heart and with the brain. It's because you want to shield your heart and you want to protect your heart that you have to use the brain and to say, okay, I'm gonna stay away from that person. No matter what, they can come in. I don't care. I'm gonna stay away from them. Actually, in my German readings, and it doesn't matter because energy is there. There's no German energy or American energy or something. It doesn't exist. Energy is just energy, right? But when I do the German readings, I can see that there is, in the readings in German, I can see that there might be the possibility that they're actually coming back, either in the 5D. This is really, really strong in the energy. They're coming in the 5D to you. You're gonna feel them. You're gonna see them in your dreams or whatever. But there's also a 3D energy with the 8 of Wands that I could see, which means that they actually might communicate with you also in 3D. So. Then you will have to decide when something is something is happening in the 5D. You can just leave it there and get it solved there. But when the problem, he's a problem, damn. When that problem, I don't want to say about anybody that he's a problem, but he might be a kind of problem in your life. When that person is coming back, then you might have to take a wise decision, and it must be a decision for yourself, that you can thrive, that you can be the person you want to be, that you can be the empress, it's your stage, your life is your stage. And that's really, really important that you see that. You shouldn't be living for that love, even though there is a lot of love, if that person doesn't treat you the way you should be treated, like that, like a star, right? We're gonna get there. Let's check the crossing energy. I'm gonna shuffle it again, and then let's see what's underneath the cards. What kind of energy? We have a page of swords. Yeah, we have that. I think it was in the Aries reading that I saw the spying energy really popping up. Yeah, there is spying energy popping up. I hate to say it, but it's like that. They're spying. They're watching you. They're watching your social media accounts. They're watching you on WhatsApp status or whatever. They're watching you because, I mean, how can they not watch you in that energy? I feel like you are in an energy of attraction. Yeah, you're totally attracting to them and attractive to them. Sorry for my English again. Could be worse, I guess, but yeah, I'm sorry. You're totally attractive to them. So they will be attracted to you in the sense of the word. They will be lured to you. They will have a strong sense of, I want to walking up to them and I want to do something. As we saw in the pre-shuffle, there are multiple ways they could come up to you. And it's only about deciding how they're going to come up to you, right? And it might also just be in the 5D. They might decide to not come to you in the 3D. They might just come to you in the 5D, right? So, but this is something important. They cannot get away from you. They cannot get away from you. They're still attached to you. I mean, why would you spy on somebody if you're not attached to them and you don't care about them? They do care about you. Let's check out the Six of Wands. Why is it here, universe? Why is it here, the Six of Wands? Go deep into the energy. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, I saw in over reading I did about that connection in Germany. I actually don't do sign readings anymore. I decided to do them in English at least, because I decided I'm not gonna go 12 times into that kind of energy. Now I'm doing it again. But the thing is, in Germany, I had the feeling that the people that I'm doing the readings for, they're over and out with that kind of connection. So I had the feeling that they actually don't need that kind of readings, right? So, but I feel like on a global level, there might be some people who are gonna need that kind of reading, right? So that's why I'm doing it actually in English, because I think I can contribute to helping you with that connection, right? Because I'm kind of swimming in that energy. Let's say we have the I was getting the Five of Wands of that. Actually, the Seven of Wands, which we have here. It's no wonder, right? So we already had the energy here. But what I was getting here was actually the Five of Wands. I get the Five of Wands energy, which is no wonder because the Seven of Wands often has a lot of energies, but it often has an energy of combat, of fighting against something. Yeah, here in the Light Seers deck, it's also some kind of fight, but it's a silent fight, right? You're putting the bubble around you, that's your shield. It's like a peaceful shield that you put around yourself without doing actively anything like that. Like that guy is going against everything around with his wand, but that's something that you don't do in that energy, right? You have your shield, you're cool, you're compassionate, you're full of love, and that's it. I mean, you don't have hatred or something like that guy. Thing is, why do I get, that's why I'm telling you why I get the Five of Wands here, right? You have that combat energy, you have that fighting energy. So, in the German readings, when I go into that overall energy, I have the Five of Wands actually with that runner, okay? It's important to say because they are fighting something. This one doesn't actually feel like it's your energy. It feels like it's actually bridging energy between that guy and you, right? So there is some kind of fighting, but your fighting is a different one. You're fighting in a different way. They're fighting actually with the wands, and they're fighting against themselves. They're not fighting against you. They're fighting against themselves and against their feeling that they have for you, because there's the Ace of Cups. They do have lots of feelings for you, but you had a change of perspective when it comes to the person and the Ace of Cups. You know that even though there is a lot of love, even though there is an Ace of Cups, you cannot take that Ace of Cups if it doesn't make you thrive, right? So it does have to make you thrive. And the Ace of Cups or the King of Wands rarely makes you thrive. Okay, perhaps in bed. Okay, perhaps in bed. If you're lucky, often the King of Wands is somebody, oh, blah, 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 and it doesn't get anywhere, right? So let's see. But they're totally attractive. I'm not saying they're not attractive. There is a reason why you are attracted to them and why you think so much about them and why you are on YouTube to watch tarot readings like that. The Sun. That's an important one. An interesting one. And let's check it out. As I said, it feels like a third energy. Let's see. A third energy, actually, as I said, like the energy of the connection. Ten of Cups. Again, I told you that connection has a sunny energy, a rainbow energy. We have the moon here. I told you there is something hidden. Remember? I told you there is something hidden in that sun. And the moon is the hidden, it stands for hidden energy. There is something behind that sun. And let's see if we get it here with the crossing energy. We have the Six of Swords here. This is actually an energy that I also get in my German readings all the time. When I go not into the signs and the connection, but in the overall energy, into the collective energy of the sign, of the connection. I'm sorry. They want to go to their rainbow. They want to go onto the other side of that ocean. They want to go to their sun, to their rainbow. But there is some kind of wall, yeah? And it's a wall that you are putting up, actually. And as I said, it's not a wall made of bricks or anything. It's a spiritual wall. It's a shield that you're putting up. It's a bubble. It's a golden bubble that you're pulling up to not get hurt again. It's not that kind of emotional unavailability that you're saying, oh, I'm never gonna give anybody my heart again. It's not that kind of, it's not like that. It's more like it's an inner peace there with that energy. It's an inner peace you're putting around your bubble. It's not that Seven of Wands kind of energy, not that Five of Wands energy. You're putting that bubble around you. You're shielding your energy. And that's it. There's a lot of compassion in it, right? So it's not a brick wall. It's not any kind of, it's not in any way hostile or anything, right? It's so peaceful and mindful, and I love that energy that you actually bring up here. And it's something that keeps somebody like the King of Wands away. I mean, he's gonna be afraid because you're not gonna react the way you reacted in the past. You're not gonna pull them back into your life. You're gonna shield yourself and be like, thank you, right? So that's something they don't want, because you're gonna hurt their freaking ego. They don't want that. Let's have a look at the King of Wands. And let's see what kind of energy is lying behind it. We have a Four of Swords. I hate it when I see the Four of Swords with the King of Wands, because it does make me compassionate with that kind of guy, because they have a lot of healing task that they have to fulfill. There's a lot of stuff broken inside them and they have to heal it. And that's sometimes, I hate it. I mean, the universe is compassionate by definition. I'm not sometimes with that kind of person because I don't like to see how they're treating you and how they treated you in the past, right? But sometimes I get that energy. Yeah, they are hurt too. They are hurt. They have traumas from childhood or whatever, right? They experience stuff in their life that is not fun. They are healing. They're healing, and they're actually transforming a little bit. It's not like the big transformation. You cannot expect that from a King of Wands. You're not gonna get that. But it's they kind of know if they do not change, you're not gonna open up your bubble, right? You're gonna stay in your bubble. It's a very strong and, do you call it resolute energy? You're standing your ground and they know it. They cannot go in like that. You're gonna keep your bubble and you're gonna do it nicely, right? Like an empress does. An empress is not like going around with her wands. She's like that. She's peaceful. She's mindful. She's in there in her bubble, and if he's nice and if he's transformed, you will open it up. But it doesn't feel like a big transformation. It's more like acting as if. It's like the devil energy that we saw there. It's acting as if, or doing as if they've changed so that you will open up your bubble and they know what kind of buttons they have to push. Let's see. We also have the Fool here. We have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Swords here. I'm sorry. Queen of Swords and the Four Cups. Yeah, they know you're just gonna put them away. You don't want to have anything to do with them if they haven't really changed. They would love to jump to you, but they're gonna get hurt in their ego because you're there as the Queen of Swords. As the Queen of Swords, but not in a combat energy, right? It's that kind of energy. In the traditional deck, the Queen of Swords is not just sitting there and holding her sword. She's holding her sword and putting out her hand. So if he behaves in a certain way and in a good way, she's gonna stretch out her hand and he can grab it. If not, she's gonna pull it away and put up her sword, right? That's Empress energy, right? This is a great Queen of Swords. It's not the Queen of Swords, which is cutting off everybody's head and everything, and I don't want to have anybody in my energy. No, it's that kind of energy. And it's a Queen of Swords. Sorry that I'm always saying King of Swords. It's somehow King of Swords because it's that energy, right? This mindfulness. This is not acting with your brain and overthinking anything. This is mindfulness, actually, to make a mindful decision, which is congruent with your heart and what you're thinking, right? And your world of morality and your world of what you think about the world, your mindset, right? And it's a really nice energy. Taurus, I love that energy that you're in. You're not gonna have any problems with that problematic person. Be they problematic as they are, doesn't matter. You're in a perfect energy to even if they come to you in the 3D, you're in a perfect energy to handle the situation and to make the best of it, to thrive, to be in your self-worth, and to shine, right? It's time to shine for you, Taurus. So it's gonna be a great month. I wish you a great March and see you next month. Hi everybody, it's me again. As promised, I'm gonna put a thank you snippet at the end of every video this month. Really important to me because it's my first time that I'm gonna do it in English. Because normally I have German viewers, I'm a German channel, and now I'm gonna do it globally. Paladina Tarot goes global. It's really important to me to give some credit to actually two people. It's not just one person, it's two people who are the reason why I'm on YouTube and why I got obsessed with and fell in love with tarot and with energy reading. And it's really important to me. Actually from childhood on, I was pretty good at reading the energy around me and that of other people, but I never thought it's something special. It was just what I did. And plus all my life I always got thrown tarot cards literally in front of my feet, but I didn't know what to do with it. When I was 8 years old, I got my first tarot cards from my best friend, who is still my best friend 30 years later. And actually it was not only once, it was twice. I even have Sailor Moon tarot cards. It's really true, there are Sailor Moon tarot cards. I have them. But I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know what to do with my energy reading. I didn't know what to do with tarot cards. It was just there. I haven't not even been a spiritual person. On the contrary, I was always very scientific and needed proof for everything. And that actually, I mean, that all changed, or let's say my spiritual journey started, and it's not so long ago, in 2021 when my dad died. That's when my spiritual journey started. That's when I got a spiritual person, let's say, and that's why when I got also proof for me, which is really important, proof that you can use tarot cards to read energy, to get access to certain energy fields, and also to the field of the soul. Why was that so? I couldn't live with the fact that he wasn't here anymore. So I got obsessed with reading books on souls, on soul journeys, on soul plans, on reincarnation, reincarnational therapy, life after death experiences, you name it. And it was not to become spiritual, but to get proof that he and his energy I was feeling was really there, and that we would see each other again in another lifetime. And I got proof from these books, and it was not like some esoteric science or some pseudoscience or something. No, it was really hardcore science that I read. And it's hard to imagine that we do not all believe in reincarnation, and that we do not all believe in the soul journey, because it seems pretty obvious and pretty real, right? So that was the first step into getting spiritual, and to make more out of the fact that I was able to read energy, actually. And almost at the same time, I got acquainted with a certain energy reader on YouTube that totally fascinated me, and that totally changed my world and rocked my world, and totally changed my view on tarot, because I've been watching tarot readings for a while then. But he changed everything. I mean, I started to believe that you could really utilize cards as a medium of communication to get access to the energy of the universe, to the energy of certain souls, to different energy fields from which you can retrieve information and can share it, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing it. And the cards help with that. And Steve was and still is my tarot hero. I also call him my tarot dad, because I have my dad. He's my love and soul, but in tarot, I have also somebody who raised me, kind of, and who taught me everything in life, just like my dad did. It was Steve who taught me how to, even we don't know each other, actually. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know that I exist. He taught me everything about cards and how to use the cards to read the energy, right? So I didn't watch anybody else at a certain point. I didn't watch anybody else on YouTube anymore. I only trusted him. I only learned as much as I could from him. Hence, the reason why you might be reminded sometimes a little bit of him when you watch my videos. It's not because I want to plagiarize anybody or just be a German female copy of Steve. I want to be myself, and that's what I am. I think I'm pretty good at being myself on my YouTube channel in Germany. But you will see that I use the decks he uses. I throw the cards in a similar way he does. I use concepts that he perhaps even invented. I don't know if he invented them or if they've already been out there. The first time I got across deep soul connection, it was with him, right? So that's important to me, that I really give credit to him. And because I'm on YouTube because of him, because I had the feeling that I have access to something that I want to share with the world. And so far I have only shared it in German and in Germany. But I realized that it's something I want to share on a more, on a bigger level, let's say. So that's what I'm going to do with my monthly readings. There's still going to be one part of my videos only in German, but the monthly readings for the signs will be in English. And yes, as I said, I want to say thank you to Steve, because he told me how to use the cards, and it's the only way I learned how to use the cards, and the only way that seems logical to me is his way. And of course, I also want to say thank you to my dad, even though he doesn't hear it. I'm sure he's going to hear it in another way. And yeah, say thank you to these two people. And I know that some way or the other, they both will hear what I'm saying. And I hope you're going to stay tuned and subscribe and be part of this wonderful community that we have here on Palatina Tarot. Bye-bye.